What's up, KFG crew and KFG Kings? It's your boy bigboyfactsjonnytv, and tonight I'll give you guys my WWE Raw review on highlights. So if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications every time I premiere or go live on YouTube. Follow my social media, my Twitter, my Instagram, my TikTok, and Twitch, and Discord down below in the description. Let's talk about Monday Night Raw. Now, Monday Night Raw was a 3 out of 10. That's all I gotta say. It was just a 3 out of 10. It says we're kicking this off with Raw Women's Champion Bianca Belair makes her way to the ring. Tonight we'll see the return of Brock Lesnar from this past Friday. The way they promoted this is clear. The live crowd thinks he will be on the show tonight in a Money in the Bank qualifying match. Riddle will face Omos. Finally, Elias returns for a concert. Bianca Belair welcomes everyone to Monday Night Raw. Belair talks about how she's supposed to face Rhea Ripley at Money in the Bank with the title on the line. However, she's not medically cleared to compete, so that match isn't happening yet. So, who is she's going to face at Money in the Bank with the title on the line? We're going to have a fatal 5-way match tonight to figure that. All right, Becky Lynch comes out to the ring. Becky Lynch says she had the title won at Hell in a Cell, but Bianca Belair stole it from her. Becky Lynch says she's gladly beat her at Money in the Bank. Asuka comes out and pretends to cry, mocking Becky Lynch as a crybaby. Asuka asks if she's still the big time baby. Liv Morgan comes out and says she's in a great mood tonight. She's already qualified for Money in the Bank, but she's gladly traded for that a shot at Bianca Belair at Money in the Bank. Carmella comes out and says she gets why she's in the match. As well as the other expect for Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan only got into this match by riding Alexa Bliss coattails. Alexa Bliss comes out and says Carmella is name dropping her, but she'll drop Carmella if she continues to mess with Morgan. Alright, so we get the commercial break. John Cena returns to Raw next week. Alright. So we get a fatal 5-way match. Becky Lynch versus Asuka versus Liv Morgan versus Carmella versus Alexa Bliss. This was a decent match. Decent fatal 5-way match. The bell rings and Asuka and Becky Lynch brawl out of the ring. Liv Morgan then drop kicks Carmella out of the ring. Alexa Bliss and Morgan lock up and trade some holds. Morgan rolls Bliss around the ring for a 1 count. Bliss is dizzy as she gets to her feet. Liv Morgan sends her into the ropes, but Bliss takes her down for a cover. There's no count. Bliss and Morgan do the inside cradle and roll all around the ring. They whiff some they whiff on some punches and wind up taking each other out. Carmella runs in and tries to cover each of them individually, but only gets a 2 count. Asuka runs in and goes out to Carmella, but Carmella avoids a kick. Asuka finally catch Carmella, but Becky Lynch pulls her out of the ring. Alexa Bliss takes Carmella down for a 2 count. Becky Lynch knees and kicks Alexa Bliss down before going to the top rope. Alexa Bliss avoids a diving leg drop and goes for Sister Abigail, but Becky Lynch gets out. Bliss connects with a head scissors takeover to knock Becky Lynch out of the ring. Carmella attacks Bliss from behind and talks some trash. Carmella slams Bliss for a near fall. Morgan runs in and hits a whiplash on Carmella onto the turnbuckles. Liv Morgan goes to the top rope, but Carmella push her off onto the competitors on the floor. So we go to commercial break. We come back from the break to see Becky Lynch hit Alexa Bliss with a back exploder. Liv Morgan runs in and kicks away at Becky Lynch. Liv Morgan connects with a high knee in the corner before coming off the second rope with a missile drop kick. They botched a facebuster move, and Liv Morgan picks up a near fall. Liv Morgan sides up Becky Lynch, but Becky Lynch pulls her into the turnbuckles. Becky Lynch pulls her feet on the ropes, but Liv Morgan still kicks out. Carmella attacks Becky Lynch and Liv Morgan. Becky Lynch is on the second rope. Carmella hits a head scissors on Becky Lynch onto Liv Morgan and covers both, but Asuka breaks it up. Becky Lynch almost landed on Liv Morgan's face. So it says Asuka attacks Carmella, but Carmella takes it to her. Asuka applies an Asuka lock, but Elizabeth breaks it up. Becky Lynch gets Elizabeth out of the ring. Asuka goes for an Asuka lock on Becky Lynch, but she fights it. Becky Lynch pulls Asuka into a missile drop kick from Liv Morgan. Bliss is shown on the top rope, waiting forever. Becky Lynch hits Asuka with a manhandle slam, but Alexa Bliss breaks it up with Twisted Bliss. Alexa Bliss covers, but it's broken up. Asuka kicks Alexa Bliss in the head, and Becky Lynch gets Asuka out of the ring. Liv Morgan runs in, but Becky Lynch hits her with the manhandle slam. Asuka pulls Becky Lynch out of the ring and takes her out. Elizabeth gets in the ring and goes to the top rope. Liv Morgan gets the knees up on Twisted Bliss, and Bliss rolls out of the ring. Carmella super kicks Liv Morgan and picks up the win. The win of the match, Carmella. That fatal 5-way match was a decent match. Carmella would face Bianca Belair for the Raw Women's Championship at Money in the Bank. There's no way Carmella is not beating. There's no way Carmella is not beating Bianca Belair. So Bianca Belair is going to retain that Money in the Bank. So what I've been said, Bianca Belair is going to retain the Raw Women's Championship at Money in the Bank. Watch, I tell you, and I'm calling it down the middle. Anyway, Becky Lynch charged her way backstage and is arguing with WWE official Adam Pearce. So we go to commercial break. Becky Lynch is still complaining about how she was robbed from going to Money in the Bank. Becky Lynch says she's on the poster and isn't on the card yet. WWE official Adam Pearce says she needs to earn her way into the match. Adam Pearce says she'll face Asuka with the winner going to the Money in the Bank match. Becky Lynch is flabbergasted. So we get Mr. McMahon makes his way to the ring. Mr. McMahon says this is the 1.517th edition of Raw, counting its longest running episode streak. Mr. McMahon thanks the people I've been on for almost 30 years. 20 of the 30 years have been demanded by the greatest WWE superstar of all time. That man will return to Raw next week. It will be Mr. Hustle, loyalty, and respect. John Cena. Mr. McMahon then walks off. Mr. McMahon looks like he's having trouble on the steps and then leaps off. Alright, let's move on. So we get a video package. Roman Reigns retains the undisputed WWE Universal Championship against Matt Riddle this past Friday on SmackDown. Brock Lesnar then returned to WWE to challenge Roman Reigns once again. Roman Reigns will defend the undisputed WWE Universal Championship against Brock Lesnar in a last man standing match at SummerSlam. Alright, Riddle makes his way to the ring. He'll face Omos in the Money in the Bank qualifying match. So we get commercial break. Riddle talks about Randy Orton nearly having his career ended by Roman Reigns. Riddle let himself the fans and Randy Orton down by not defending Roman Reigns for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. While he may not be able to challenge for the title again, he still will get a piece of him. Riddle turns to the Money in the Bank ladder match. So far, Sheamus, Drew McIntyre, and Seth freaking Rollins have qualified, but Riddle doesn't like that Rollins hits his bro Cody Rhodes in the chest with a sledgehammer, so he'll hit him in the bank with a ladder. I'm sorry, not Otis. Omos and MVP come out to the ring. MVP asks what kind of stash Riddle has been smoking to make him so divorced from reality. MVP says Riddle will get high tonight, right before Omos slams him down. Riddle says the only thing getting high tonight is his hand being raised. So we go to commercial break. So we get the Money in the Bank qualifying match. Riddle versus Omos. This match, I didn't care. I didn't care about this match. Riddle charged out of the gate and attacks Omos. He rips tape his from his battle against Roman Reigns. Riddle kicks away at Omos in the corner and hits the ropes, but Omos flattens him with a sidewalk slam. Omos hits a running elbow in the corner. MVP tells trash from ringside. Omos whips Riddle hard into the corner and he collapsed in pain. Seth freaking Rollins is watching from backstage. Riddle gets to his feet and tries to fight back, but almost locks him in the bear hug. Almost puts him down and crushes him in the back with a forearm before replying the bear hug. Almost ragdolls him until Riddle bright begins to process her punches out of the hole. Almost goes for the choke bomb, but Riddle viciously knee him in the face. Riddle hit some running forearms in the corner, but almost soon catches him and throws him across the ring. Almost charged, but Riddle kicks him in the face. Riddle hits a floating bro that knocks almost back, but not off his feet. Riddle goes for an RKO, but almost avoids it and hits a choke bomb for the win. The winner of the match, Omos. Omos and MVP stand tall in the ring. MVP tells Omos to attack Riddle again. Omos hits a second choke bomb, and they leave the ring. So we get a promo like Seth freaking Rollins makes his way to the ring. Seth Rollins attacks Riddle and throws him out of the ring. Riddle laughs into the microphone, and the crowd is loudly booing him. Seth Rollins says he doesn't share airspace with losers. Riddle is the ultimate loser first. He lost to his buddy Randy Orton. Then then his title match against Roman Reigns. Now he lost his opportunity at Money in the Bank ladder match. It doesn't matter whether he qualifies or not. No one on the planet can beat Roman Reigns except for one man who has his number. You are looking at him. Roman Reigns has been ducking and dodging him since the emotional dismantling him at the Royal Rumble. In less than that 2 weeks time, he'll get in the Money in the Bank contract. Roman Reigns can't run and hide, but he'll find him if you thought the first time he cashed in Money in the Bank was something then you aren't seeing nothing yet. He is a visionary. He is a voluntary, and he is self freaking violence. Riddle attacks him from behind, but Riddle quickly kicks him back. Seth Rollins connects with a stomp and turns Riddle. Riddle crackles as he walks off. Alright, so we get the WWE United States Championship. Theory makes his way to the ring. Commercial break. Replay our showing of Theory attacking Bobby Lashley after losing a pose down last week. WWE United States Champion Theory is standing on the platform in the center of the ring. Theory shows the world his physical and provoked that the Almighty Bobby Lashley cannot touch him. No one can. At this point in his career, he's better than Lashley has ever been. Theory shouts at the crowd. Next year is a 20-year celebration of John Cena, but his time is up and Theory's time is now. Some people might think that unfair they to say about Cena, but what really unfair was his pose down lost last week. There are poses he didn't get to do tonight. All the losers in the crowd, we see his pose in the invention invitational. Theory's pose now. Theory starts to pose. Bobby Lashley gets in the ring, but Theory has no idea. Theory thinks the crowd is cheering for him. Theory takes a selfie, and notices Lashley behind him. Theory turns around and Lashley squeezes baby oil in his face. Lashley then spears him off the platform. Lashley says he's coming for the United States Championship. There is alright. Okay. Replay our showing of the Judgment Day visually eliminating Edge for the group after Finn Balor joined on. Alright, so we get the Undisputed WWE Tag Team Champions, the Usos, make their way to the ring. Angel Dawkins will face Jay Uso next. Commercial break. Theory is wiping his face backstage when Kevin Patrick comes up to him. Theory asks where the interviews come from. Theory says Bobby Lashley will have to compete in a gauntlet match, and if he wins, Theory will defend the WWE United States Championship against him in Money in the Bank. Undisputed WWE Tag Team Champions, the Usos are in the ring. Jay says the people know who they are. Jimmy Uso says they have all the gold and are smashing everyone. Jay says Roman Reigns will smash. Will smash Roman begins at SummerSlam again. They beat the Street Profits again. They the twos, and they're the ones. Alright, the Street Profits makes their way to the ring. Last time they faced the Usos, they beat them so bad that they couldn't get back in the ring. They're going to take the gold from the Usos. So we get the undisputed WWE Tag Team Champions Jay Uso, accompanied by Jimmy Uso, versus Angel Dawkins, accompanied by Montez Ford. Um, this was a quick match. The bell rings and Jim and what's this? And Jimmy, what's this? Jimmy Uso, Jay Uso. Um, okay. There it is. It says the bell rings and Usos punches Dawkins in the corner. Dawkins reverses a whip and avalanche him before hitting a big kick. Jay rolls to the apron and pulls the top rope down on Dawkins and as he charged. Jay connects with a suicide dive and talking some trash. Jay clotheslines him over the barricade into the timekeeper's area. Commercial break. We come back from the break to see Dawkins make a comeback on Jay. Jay fights back and hits a back suplex. Neckbreaker for a near fall. Dawkins fights back and hits a double hook neckbreaker for a near fall. Dawkins sends him into the ropes, but Jay needs him in the face. Dawkins will try to fight, but Jay super kicks him down. Jay goes to the top rope, but he leaps onto the sky. But he leaps into high, the sky high from Dawkins for the win. The winner of the match, Angelo Dawkins. All right, we see a shot of Elias hands playing the guitar. Ezekiel walks in and says he's happy to see his fan. Number one fan, Ezekiel, is shown with a fake beer on. The two brothers talk about when Elias has been Elias. He has been traveling the world and writing songs, but nothing beats performing for the WWE Universe. Ezekiel asks if Elias is happy to perform in Nebraska since he's been hard on some towns. Elias says he's a changed man and hope WWE Universe remembers him. Ezekiel assures him they do. Elias says he's proud of what Ezekiel had accomplished and is rooting for him. Elias will perform next. Okay, so it says we come back from commercial break. Ladies and gentlemen, Elias. Elias greets the crowd and plays a riff. Elias says it is great to be here in front of the good people of Nebraska. Elias thanks them for welcoming him back, and taking care of his little brother. Elias is here for a few reasons. One of them is the same as a universe. True, true that you can forget that that the WWE stand for Walk with Elias. The crowd happily chants along. Elias says he's missed that. Elias has a song dedicated to his little brother. This is for Zeke. Elias starts to play, but Kevin Owens makes his way to the ring. Kevin Owens is here, but to stop the crowd Charday immediately. No one wants to this concert. Elias is a disgusting liar with no energy integrity. Elias might have the rights of people in Nebraska for, but not Kevin Owens. He French Canadian. That's as smart as I as it gets. Elias and Ezekiel are the same person. That video didn't fool him. Elias' efforts are amazing. He saw a dinosaur to a movie last week. Ezekiel Ezekiel appears on the screen and says Kevin Owens has to accept that they exist on move on. Alright, they make it clear he's singing a song for Owens. Elias sings about being back for one night. Elias has the crowd sing. Kevin Owens is a liar. Kevin Owens flips out. Kevin Owens takes the guitar and throws it out of the ring. Elias hits Kevin Owens with a high knee and smashes another guitar to his back. Kevin Owens Kevin Owens stumbled. Kevin Owens is limping backstage when Kevin Patrick walks up to him, and Kevin Owens is convinced. The video could have been pre-recorded, and Elias could have glued a beer on next week. He challenged him to a match. Ezekiel shows up and accepts the challenge. Kevin Owens is stunned. It's stunned and again and flips off. Okay, so we get Bobby Lashley makes his way to the ring. He'll compete in a Gotham match. Commercial break. Gotham match. Bobby Lashley versus Chad Gable. Okay. They lock up and Gable goes for a wrist lock. Lashley gets out and wrenches the arm. Lashley hooks a side headlock and hits a takeover. Gable fights up, but Lashley hits a wild waistlock takeover. Gable fights out of the forearm, a face lock, and wrenches the arms. Lashley twists out to it twists out and twisted Gable. Gable rolls out of the ring. Gable rolls out and kicks up before uppercutting him. Gable shoots Lashley, so Lashley hits a neck breaker. Lashley hits a shoulder tackle before hitting a single leg takedown. Lashley then shoots Gable. Lashley puts Gable in the apron and forearms him down to the floor. Lashley throws Gable onto the barricade and passes the ring post. Lashley pulls Gable on his fire slam. They dive from head head first into the ring post. Alright. Gable somehow gets on the apron, so Lashley hits a delayed vertical suplex back into the ring. Lashley held Gable up for a long time. That was awesome. Lashley sets up for a spear, but Gable hits a drop kick to a hole and apply a neck lock. Bobby Lashley fights out, but Gable quickly takes him down, scales the ropes, and hits a moonsault for an air fall. Gable goes for a German suplex, but Lashley fights it. Lashley hits an overhead belly to belly suplex and goes for a hurlock. But Gable gets an out. Gable rolls Lashley, catches him on the ring in a hurt lock for the submission victory. The winner of the match, Bobby Lashley eliminates Chad Gable. So we get Bobby Lashley versus Otis. Okay. Otis immediately attacked Lashley from behind and stomps right at him. Otis stands on him. Lashley rolls out of the ring to recover. So Otis follows him out. Otis kicks Lashley in the ribs and sends him into the ring post for a few times and gets in the ring for the count out before thinking the better of it. Otis needs Lashley in the face before backing up. Otis hits a big splash on the floor. Commercial break. We come back from the break to see Otis dominating Lashley. Lashley dominating Lashley. Lashley fights up, but Otis rolls on a clothesline. Otis flattens him with a diving clothesline for a near fall. Otis draws an elbow and taunts the crowd. Otis closed Lashley with his bare paws before hitting a short arm clothesline. Otis goes to the second rope for a fatal bomb, but Lashley moves. Otis rolls under the ring clothesline and Lashley comes back with a flatliner. Lashley goes for a hurlock. But Otis is too big. Otis elbows him, but Lashley keeps trying. Otis viciously elbow out of it. Lashley avoid an avalanche and spears him down. Lashley covers, but Gable kicks out, breaks it up breaks it up for the disqualification. The winner has been Otis has been eliminated. Bobby Lashley wins by disqualification. So we get Alpha Academy destroy Lashley, sending him into the ring post. Gable hits a German suplex, and Otis follows up with a bear splash, with a big splash. I'm sorry. Lashley, Bobby Lashley final gauntlet opponent will be the United States Champion Theory. So we get Bobby Lashley versus the United States Champion Theory. This match was quick. Um, Theory attacks Lashley and punches away at him. Theory stomps him down in a corner until the referee backs him up. Lashley fights back at Theory, but Theory kicks him. Lashley goes for a slam, but Theory side up onto the apron. Theory taunts. Theory connects with a rolling thunder drop kick. Theory goes for the A-Town down, but Lashley counters into a roll up for the win. The winner by pinfall, Bobby Lashley. Theory, alright, he will defend the United States Championship against Bobby Lashley at WWE Money in the Bank. Footage is showing of Carmella winning a fatal 5-way match early tonight to earn an opportunity at the Raw Women's Championship. Bianca Belair is asked backstage about facing Carmella. Bianca Belair says she's always ready no matter what. Carmella attacks her from behind and says she's taking the title because Mella is money. The Miz makes his way to the ring. Commercial break. So we get the Miz TV special guest AJ Styles. This Miz TV was just terrible. The Miz is in the ring and is anxious for this next Miz TV to start. The Miz introduces AJ Styles to the ring. Miz says AJ Styles had a rough few months. Edge attacked him heading into the WrestleMania and was defeated with help of Damian Priest. Then he couldn't out take up to Judgment Day when he brought on Finn Balor. Finn Balor turned on him. AJ Styles gets the crowd going with a corn Huskers country comment. Styles says Miz has popcorn sized balls. Miz says his balls aren't becoming a thing, but Styles says it is. Miz flips out and goes for his accolade. AJ Styles says things haven't gone his way, but he's been through adversity before. That's how he got to be phenomenal. When he faced adversity, adversity, he doesn't He doesn't come on and show a complaint. But does this Styles attacks Miz, but knocks out of the ring by Ciampa. So we get a commercial break. So we get AJ Styles versus Tommaso. So we get AJ Styles versus Ciampa. And I'm gonna say this, man. Ciampa is buried. Even though I don't like using that term, but Ciampa is buried. This was a quick match. Um, the Bear Rings and Styles goes right after Ciampa. Ciampa fights back and takes it to Styles for a bit. Styles eventually fights back and takes out Ciampa with a phenomenal forearm. The winner by pinfall, AJ Styles. Okay. it says the Miz goes to attack Styles from behind, but Styles hits an overhead kick. Styles follows up with a Styles clash on the Miz. All right, let's move on. Replay Replays are showing of Veer Mahan defeating Rey Mysterio last week. Kevin Patrick is with Veer Mahan. Patrick says people have called his attack disgusting. Veer says he loves carnage. No one knows how to stop him because he cannot be stopped. Veer speaks in a native tongue and says he cannot be stopped until there's nothing left. My feet my fed cuts out for a moment. So we get Oscar battle Becky Lynch in a Money in the Bank qualifying match next. So we get the commercial break. Kevin Owens will face Elias or Ezekiel or El Elrod next week. So we get the Money in the Bank qualifying match. This is the main event. So we get Becky Lynch versus Oscar. This match was good. Good main event, by the way. This was good. Becky Lynch attacks Asuka as she makes her entrance. Becky Lynch beats her down the ramp and onto the ring. Asuka agrees to start the match. Becky Lynch continues to take it to Asuka. Becky Lynch beats her around ringside. Asuka fights back and knocks Becky Lynch off the apron, but they hip attack. Soon goes for a superplex, but Becky Lynch fights her off. Becky Lynch dives off, but Asuka avoids her and hits a double knee face buster for a 2 count. Asuka kicks away at Becky Lynch's chest, but Becky Lynch blocks one and forearms her back. Becky Lynch sends her to the corner, but Asuka jumps to the second rope. Becky Lynch forearms her off the floor. Commercial break. We come back from the break to see Becky Lynch and Asuka going at it. Asuka fights back at Becky Lynch and hits a big hip attack before a near fall. Asuka continues to fight her and apply the ankle lock. Becky Lynch crawls to the floor, crosses the ropes, and rolls through to send her into the ring, into the turnbuckles. Becky Lynch picks up a 2 count. Becky Lynch puts her on the ropes for a diving leg drop, but Asuka avoids it and applying Asuka lock on the ropes. Asuka goes to the top rope and hits a missile drop kick for a near fall. Asuka goes to the apron with Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch knocks her off and hits a leg drop as Asuka is draped on the apron. Becky Lynch goes for a dive off the apron, but Asuka needs her out of midair. Both Becky Lynch and Asuka somehow make it into the ring before being counted out. They trade forearms for their knees. Becky Lynch ducks a kick and counters a roll up for a 2 count. Becky Lynch goes for a disarm her, but Asuka fights out. Asuka floors Becky Lynch with a kick to the skull for the victory. The winner of the match, Asuka. So Asuka defeats Becky Lynch clean. Okay, Asuka will be in the Money in the Bank. Yeah, Asuka will be in the Women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Becky Lynch flips out at ringside and rips apart the commentator's table. Becky Lynch desperately looks up at the Money in the Bank briefcase and puts her head down and head down at ringside. Becky Lynch begins to cry, and Monday Night Raw goes off the air. So, like I stated earlier, Monday Night Raw was a 3 out of 10. And Showstopper TV mentioned this, that Becky Lynch is doing the exact same thing like Seth Rollins did. Becky Lynch, I guarantee you Becky Lynch is going to find her way into the Money in the Bank. I guarantee you. And that's all I got to say from here. But anyway, overall, Monday Night Raw was a 3 out of 10. The show started off good, but it ends up being boring. And that's all I got to say from here. Monday Night Raw was a 3 out of 10 in my own opinion. But anyway, if you guys enjoyed my WWE Raw review on highlights, please drop a like on this video. Comment down below on what are your thoughts on Monday Night Raw. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Turn on notifications every time I premiere a brand new video or I go live on YouTube. Follow my socials, my Twitter, my Instagram, and TikTok, and Twitch, and Discord down below in the description. And I will see you guys tomorrow live on YouTube. So make sure you guys subscribe to my channel, turn on the notification when I go live on YouTube tomorrow. And that's all I gotta say. That'll be my 16th live stream in a row that I went live on YouTube tomorrow. That's all I gotta say from here. But anyway, this your boy bigboyfactsjonnytv. Have a great night. Stay safe and always stay positive. Everybody, KFG crew, KFG Kings, Too Sweet. We out of here. Gang.